everybody. Good evening. It's Ear Patsy. And I'm going live spontaneously as I am apt to do. And I apologize for that spontaneity, but I have to go as directed by Spirit. And Spirit told me earlier today that they wanted me to do a twin flame. So I was dilly dallying, you know, as I do, and getting dressed, showering, whatever. And I was I started to get a message through my intuition. And it seemed to be pretty mm, it was a message that was mine, but I know that when I get messages that are meant specifically for me, that means that someone else is going through the same thing because we're in a collective energy. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up so that other people know I'm here doing this unscheduled live. Oh, and if anybody would like to have some questions answered, you can send a donation to my Cash App, and I'll put that information here. $. Um, let me make sure for sure. I know I just wrote it on the front of the announcement. Just let me make sure what it is. Let's see here. I don't use it that often, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here doing this today, but so it's capital, it's $. So let's get that. Capital IYA, and then capital EGUNDE. Right? Right, and that's the Cash App. So let's put the cursor there. Yeah. Alrighty. So it's capital IYA, capital EGUNDE, and capital E. Okay. Anyway, this message came to me, and it was in regards to a karmic. So if it's karmic energy for me, it's karmic energy for someone out in the collective. And this came to me unexpectedly because I have been getting conflicting communications about my divine masculine and mixed in with thoughts about the karmic that was my previous partner, who I was with for 23, 24 years. And he up and got married. No word to me, said nothing to me. He was talking to me. We were still in a relationship, so I thought. But he planned this, and he told our adult son, not that big, not that much of an adult. Ding, our young son, to tell me that he was getting married and wanted him to be his best man. And so my child told him, no, you tell her that. I'm not going to tell her that. And so no one told me. Until one day, I think it was the day before Mother's Day, may have been. Whatever it was right after Prince died. It was in that time frame. And I got a phone call from his sister telling me that, did I know this? Like, what do you mean? So she told me. Meantime, at least a week had gone past, if not more. I don't know for sure. But whatever it was, no one had told me. And my child lives with me in my home and sees me every day, speaks to me every day, never flinched. He didn't show up to be his best man because I had a dental appointment and they were putting me on some heavy drugs and I wasn't going to be able to drive. And so my son chose to take me to the dental appointment and skip his father at the Justice of the Peace on a Friday. I guess he took time off of work and went down to the town clerk. But anyway, probably showed up in his uniform. Anyway, I was totally thrown off guard. Totally thrown off guard. Totally. And I haven't spoken to him. I spoke to him one time when my son was in the hospital because he allowed his other son and the woman that he ran off and married, her son, who, from what I understand, her son is underage, but they allowed them to drink while they were upstairs fucking. A fight broke out, and my child got beat up badly. And his father didn't call the ambulance when he finally came downstairs. He didn't take my child to the emergency room. He did nothing. My child had to drive himself back to my home. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell it, motherfucker, because what my spirit told me, and it's been a few years now, and I haven't bothered him. I spoke to him when our child was in the hospital, is what I was saying, when he was in there, and I told him that he needed to go see him. And then another time, my son was still having some residual paranoia, and he was talking about his father was drinking and all this other stuff, and he was, whatever. And I just called him, and I just left. I just said, "Listen, you're embarrassing to your son. Get it together." And that was it. Hung up. So you know, that's it. We have nothing to discuss yet, because I'm not a horrible bitch. When I've always been doing genealogy, keeping records for my family, and so therefore for my son also, since he's his family. And I was able to locate a picture of his father, my Karmic's father, my son's father's father, a man he never met that he knows of, a man who he had been told had passed away while he and I were seeing each other over these years. And I helped deal with him and that pain of never being able to meet this person and finally finding out that the person was right here, right near where we live. It wasn't, he might have known him, but he didn't know what he looked like even. He'd never seen a picture of him. And so even after what he did, and I'm doing my genealogy and the ancestry, and I was led to a hint that brought me to a picture of his father in his high school yearbook, his father's own high school yearbook. And I looked at the picture and I compared the information, the dates, location, the face. Like, okay, the name. And I sent it to my son to show to his father. He was happy to get it. But again, I wasn't looking for a conversation with him or anything like that. And I made that quite clear. I just wanted him to have that piece of information. It's an important piece of information that, to me, far exceeded any other thing, you know? Because I know what it's like to have a connection with a parent, you know? And if you don't have a connection like that, I know how important it is, because I know how important it is when that parent passes away or there's some type of, divorce or separation or things like that. And these things happened before he was cognizant to know anything. And then the person that raised him was horrible. So, not his mother, but his stepfather. And anyway, whatever was the case, I did it as much for my son. I did for my son basically, but I knew how important once I saw the picture, because we had the name, we just didn't have the picture. And so I sent the picture. And that was it. That's the last contact. During this time of my devastation, I made contact with my divine masculine, who himself was going through some tribulation of his own. But we've been friends for years. But I always had a thing for him that do you play Fall Guys? Okay. Is it important to pay my taxes at a young age? It's important to pay your taxes at any age. So anyway, thanks for being here. Please give us some thumbs up so that other people know that I don't know what Yo Play Fall Guys is. Shane. So if you mistype something or whatever, if you want to ask a question, and you want me to pull some cards, I will. But you send a donation to the Cash App, $20 or more, and we'll do 20 minutes. Tax evasion. Well, I guess they could charge you with tax evasion depending on how much your income is, but you're supposed to file your taxes. See, right now, this could be this Karmic and his minions right now, because I'm getting ready to tell what went on. So this is either a confirmation of the fact that this is who's fucking around, or this is just a coincidence. But that same sister does taxes. And I had asked him, I just met her through him, when his mother died. Oh, when his mother died, he didn't have a driver's license because he had a DUI. And so I drove from New York to Florida and back in time for him to be at his mother's bedside. And, oh yeah, this is him and his people, grand theft auto, all of this. All right, whatever the fuck. Listen to your story so you know what the fuck you're playing with, right? So I drove him there. He was at his mother's bedside at the end of her illness, and he was able to be there for the whole funeral. He got to be with his sisters, and I was glad to be able to do that, for them. It was an experience. And we got to spend time, driving back and forth, up and down. I lent him the money to pay for his attorneys to get him out of trouble with his license because he's a mechanic and he has to drive for a living because he has to test the cars, right? So just say that since we've met each other, we've been supportive of each other. And I pictured that one day we would be together, we grow old and watch our grandchildren grow and, be at our son's wedding in the whole 9 yards. Well, apparently he had different ideas and decided that it was more important to spend his time um, uh, trying to help somebody get their immigration information straight and, you know, help them build a business or something like that. So he had plans. He had plans. Okay. And I know that he was living with somebody, but he started living with this person during our relationship. I put up with that bullshit too. My stupidity on my part, I admit to it. But he put me through the ringer. Baby mamas, sisters, whatever. So I gave his sister my information. So she has all my information now because she did my taxes and ended up fucking me up with the IRS. So I am having trouble with my taxes. So that's why I'm saying this bullshit here about taxes and these questions and all of this. Is very reminiscent of the situation and all of this Jewish, Russian writing here too. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of you, Shane, because you are definitely spam. And we are going to, let's see, how do I do that? I need a moderator, I guess. But that's all right. That is okay. But anyway, I'd never had a problem with the IRS my entire life. I don't have any problems. I have no problems paying my taxes. I think that the taxes are the price we pay for living in a free society. Never had a problem with that. But she fucked me up. Then, simultaneously during that time, her son passed away, allegedly, because who knows now. And she couldn't get the money to bury him. He died in Georgia, and she needed to fly him back to Las Vegas. And I lent her $5,000. Nothing, not a dime. All these years, I've asked her for it. It's been all kinds of excuses: illness, her husband's sick, she's sick, lost the business, whatever, whatever. Then her brother passed away. Got in some altercation, got jumped, got killed, horrible. She had to come here to take care of that. I know her brother left some kind of insurance because he was an insurance agent. He sold me insurance 25 years ago. So I know he has an insurance policy of his own, and that's his sister. Nothing? Get anything? Oh, okay. But you having church services out of your house, I noticed lately. Okay, not a problem. A lesson learned. A lesson learned. A lesson learned. Wasn't looking for the money back, but I didn't put any of this shit together till tonight. This is what spirit revealed to me, and this is why I'm saying this, because otherwise I would never talk about it, because I lent it to her because her son died, But how do I know? That could have been a lie also. I even helped to put up a GoFundMe account, the whole 9 yards. Who the fuck knows? And like I said, she has all my information because she did my taxes. But the IRS managed not to get the information see, with some kind of shady shit, they sent me a refund, and then they said that they didn't have the information. What are you talking about? You got it. Somehow or another, it didn't translate from her electronic device to the IRS's, yet and still they sent me back a check. I don't know what the fuck. So, anyway, I wrote that off. I was like, all right, don't have to worry about ever asking me for a nickel again. Move on. In the meantime, I'm out here doing my I look like your fourth grade teacher. I guess that's nice. That's good. Maybe. I liked my fourth grade teacher, so hopefully you liked yours. Um so mhm. We're going to report and uh-huh. Yep. And all right. So, let's see. One more time. We're going to remove. All righty. Okay, here we go. Uh-huh. Okay. So, anyway, we're going to yeah. Okay, I think we're good now. Anybody else needs to be erased? Hi Dottie, how are you doing? Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to give me thumbs up so that people know I'm in here doing this, whatever this is. So, after that debacle, right? So that's money gone. When this first happened, I was feeling like I had a feeling like he wanted me to be alone so that he could come back around and nobody would know. Like he wanted my son, he was putting things in my son's head, you know, like you need to get your own place, you're a grown man, blah, 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 this and that. But that didn't happen at that time. But it put a wedge between me and my son, a big one that is irreplaceable, irreparable, I think, as much as I try. But thank you, Dottie. Thank you. Um, Give me a thumbs up so that people know that we're in here, please. Um, and I never got closure. Well, I did get closure because I did send out a nasty post on Facebook um one time, but it was up and everybody who knows him knows me. But that was it. I just had that 1 week, I guess, of real lashing out, but I didn't contact him, I didn't call him, I didn't cuss him out, none of that stuff. I just made that posting. So, let's put some spray on that. Because, you know, it's Santa Paulo and everything, and camphor and the whole 9 yards up in this camp. So anyway, um, so I'm doing my work here. You know, doing my tarot, going on this spiritual journey, learning about this twin flame business and all of that. And I guess I'm sure that he watches me. I didn't think he did, but now I am. I know one time he came in, his energy came in on a reading, and I acknowledged it, and that was it. And I let him speak through the cards because he did. And I wasn't aware until I was on this journey that we had that kind of connection. I mean, I knew we had that kind of connection, but I just figured that, you know, whatever. We needed to connect because we needed to make our son. And that was as far as it went. And it was a good thing. Because he's a great person. He's a great kid. He's a great son. And I love him. But because we attract the same type of energies, quote unquote, we attract the same kind of partners, men, women, right? Because we have lessons to learn. I was like, okay, so he's pathological. My DM is pathological liars, womanizers, different degrees, but cowards, apparently. So there were a lot of similarities, but he ain't the only one. They aren't the only ones, men, right? In general, that I've had in my life, because that's my karma, and I was supposed to learn a lesson, right? One of the lessons I'm learning tonight is about keeping secrets. So if something happens to me, because this is how far this shit is getting. This is not just I want to come back and see if I can get with her and I want to keep it a secret. No, 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 no. This is a fucking plot. This is trying to turn my child against me and possibly do something to hurt me because I've already turned away from my daughter, who's not his child, my older child. He's very aware of that. And what I'm saying is he's creating strife around me to keep me isolated, like all abusers do. But him and that chick started a business, and maybe they need some money. And maybe if I'm not around, if I get killed or comes some kind of accident, my son becomes an heir, then maybe they could talk my child into investing or giving, or who knows, maybe they'll do something to him. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not calling no names, but he knows who the fuck he is. So I'm calling you out, dude. If you watch this, I know what you're up to, because greater is he that is in me than is in the world. And if there's something that I'm supposed to know, I'm gonna know it. Don't think that because my attention is turned to my divine masculine and his bullshit, that my Aegon are not going to look out for me, because you already know. They already put you through a fucking windshield years ago behind your bullshit. And they only let you live because of our son. But if they didn't want me to know what the fuck you were up to and to call you out, they wouldn't have told me. How dare you? How dare you? I've done nothing to you or your family. None of you. But your narcissism is so big that I can't not, you can do me dirt and then I'm not supposed to move on. So you're going, I have enough shit going on not to have to worry about you. I feel like my house is bugged. I realize you fucking put the lights in my fucking kitchen. You bought the lights and put it in the kitchen without me even asking you, and you don't spend money on shit with your cheap ass. But when I was having my ceilings done and doing the painting and everything, you came and put up those every single freaking day. That man would come here after work and sit his ass right here to make sure that I wasn't talking to the handyman that were doing the painting and shit. Blocking. You hear me? Seriously. You've been through this? Okay. But I think nothing of it because I wasn't trying to look at none of those guys. But he caused confusion with me and them. Big confusion. He wasn't paying for shit. Like I'm telling you, the fact that he put the fucking light in the kitchen as a gift, He is a whiz where electronics are concerned. When I first met him, he was living in his mom's basement, but that's okay because he grew up in the house. I'm not getting on that. But he had a TV set up that he could hiss at the television and it would turn on and off. Hiss like a cat. His mom always had cats around the house. And he knows about this work because he said his mother used to do this when he was young. And a couple of the heifers that he's been with over the years, they delve in dark shit. You know, they go pay people to do things to me and shit like that. But I pay it no mind because their evil has no power here. But I mean, to the oh, mm. So he's supposed to do what he supposed wants to do, and the fact that I don't want him back, the fact that I'm not looking for him, and I guess he figures the reason I'm not paying him no mind is because I'm interested in someone else, and I'm on this twin flame journey. Yes, and even if that weren't the case, because I didn't know about the twin flame journey when you did this bullshit to me, I still don't want you back. I forgave you. The forgiveness came with the picture that I sent through our son. That's as much forgiveness as you need. And you haven't asked for forgiveness. So you don't want forgiveness. You want to fuck around. You want to make me a mark. You want to take me out of here because you mad because I worked as a correction officer. You jealous because I bought a house by myself. You're jealous because I still have a house. You're jealous because even one of the houses that they took me to look at before I bought this house, that's where him and his bitch is living in a boathouse, right? But there wasn't enough room for me and my kids, so I didn't take it. So I can imagine what the fuck they're like up in there. But they're saving money. This is what Spirit's saying. They're saving money towards this business. And my son started going to this karate center or something that she has. And he don't do karate, but you know, he'll work out and things like that. But he's past karate. Anyway, his back is bad, his knees are bad, he's got all kinds of things going on. And halitosis, the worst. Even that, I even said to him, I said, we don't have to get married, but we could put you on as my you know, partner so you can get some dental benefits and get those teeth fixed. So I don't know if the teeth been fixed yet. I doubt it very much. But anyway, he made his choices and gave me no say in it. So why do you want to have say in what I do with the rest of my life? You made your choice. You got married to this chick. So leave me alone. So I'm making this statement here. I'm not going to mention the names, but everybody who knows us will know who the fuck I'm talking about. And fuck you. Leave me alone. Go about your business. Continue on your merry way. I wish you no negative, no harm, but I'm certainly not going to allow you to destroy me and all I've built by myself because you want to play house. You got a chick that fucks her business partners right in your face, and you sleep on the fucking couch downstairs and let that happen. Nigga, stop. I know your business. Because your sister told me. So you can deal with that. Disgusting. I am so pissed off. Really. I'm not even afraid. I'm pissed. Like, damn. Haters. Unbelievable. This man had 25 years to do the right thing. And it wasn't even getting married. But I guess that's what he wanted me to be panting after. And I wasn't panting after that, I guess. So I guess that wasn't secure enough for him. But half the time he was married to some other bitch. And then you had a baby with her sister. And then you lived with that bitch all those years because you was trying to get money off of Section 8 because your mother rented the house out to you. And Section 8 didn't know that that bitch was your girlfriend. So they were paying your mother's mortgage while you sat there with your paycheck. You cheap ass. And did you do anything positive with that money? No. Drank it up. Spent it up. Fucked it up. Paying high insurance costs for her and her kids when they had car accidents. Man, please. Please. I had more than enough patience with you, and I was more than enough willing to have more patience with you. You left me, and because I didn't come crawling looking for you, I didn't start pawning away, I didn't end up in the crazy house. What? All those years, this man drives, never got into no DUIs, nothing. When did he get a DUI? When I went on my vacation to Panama because his birthday was in the days that I was going. So instead of him going out with that bitch, he didn't want to go out with her. So he goes somewhere drinking and gets a DWI. So when I come home from my wonderful vacation, he's sitting here looking like he lost his last puppy. What happened? And then I know. Me with my MS drove his ass from New York to fucking St. Lucie, Port St. Lucie, Florida, and back, and all around for all of the things that they had to do. Anyway, Dottie, I'm so sorry. Would you like to ask a question or something, or PK27? Since y'all put up with me ranting there. But anyone besides the two of you, if you want to reading, I just wanted to. I don't even know where to start with this bullshit. Ancestors. The fuck? The nerve. Sending all kinds of spiritual attacks, gaslighting my child, now trying to get him to move out now. Get his own place. Can't afford his own place. And he shouldn't be doing that. He save his money so he can buy his own place. He don't need to be paying rent anywhere or living with some woman like your sorry ass has done all your fucking life. Get his own place or buy his own place. And then, of course, have a family and all that other good stuff. But no, why waste money? Why should he be paying rent to a landlord when he can save his money and put it down on a mortgage? That's what I'm trying to teach my man child, and that's what you need to be teaching him instead of trying to teach him how to go somewhere and lay up and depend on women. I'm his mother; he can depend on me. I took that. I gave my daughter 40 years. I can give him 30. Son, enjoy success and happiness. Fuck you. Yeah. Gave me the information. Right. Thank you, IyaEgunde. You need to know when your home will be finalized. You're waiting for a mortgage? Okay. I'm going to put that back so that you have an opportunity to get that too. Let's see what the ancestral messages are for Dottie. She wants to know, okay, stay rooted and grounded. So I think this is saying that this is going to happen. You just got to keep positive and keep believing it. When will it happen? I don't know. Let's see. Angel oracles. That's the best I could do, I think. Let's see the angel answers card. None of the homes qualify for the FHA. Well, then you need to find a home that's going to qualify for the FHA. They got lots of foreclosures, unfortunately, that are up. And the FHA does first-time homeowners loans, right? Is that what you are looking for? Just keep looking at, just keep the faith, because lots and lots more houses are going to be foreclosed on, or people are going to be selling and moving, or unfortunately passed away because of Corona. So things are going to be opening up. So if you have the loan, then you might be able to get the FHA loan. But if depending on how the election goes, if Joe Biden wins, they're going to be giving people $15,000 credit towards first-time home ownership. So that might help also. Okay. Changing those regulations because they did a lot of messed up stuff with the with HUD and FHA over the last 4 years, rolled back a lot of the opportunities. So let's see what the angel answers oracle cards say in regards to Dottie and her looking for a home that's going to qualify for FHA. When is that going to happen for her? What should she expect? Is there anything that she needs to know about this? Let's see. Okay, so you focus on me, Dottie, on these cards, and you make your prayers while I'm shuffling. Focus on the question that you have in your heart. See, trust. That's the card. I hope you can see it. Trust. Yep. This is the time for trust. Sometimes there's no yes or no to a question. There are situations that are better served by not knowing what is to come so that the miracle can unfold before your very eyes. Like children opening a gift, part of the magic of our lives is found in the joy of surprise. Trust that your angels have something amazing in store for you, even if you can't quite tell what it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you have a stalker, you need to move as soon as possible. Well, trust that they know that. Trust that your spirit guides know that, and they're going to give you a surprise. And I would just, myself, when I had to move, I had a fire, and my children and I were separated. And the fire happened the 4th of July weekend. There was no Red Cross. That's the only time the Red Cross takes off during those days, was 4th of July. And this is back in 97. And when it took me from July to December, which was really kind of quick. But again, I was able to save up money because I wasn't paying rent because I was staying at my mother's, and I had money for a down payment. I had a car accident many years ago, and the money from the car wreck came in the same time I went to contract on this house. That's just, and I had no idea that I was going to see this house, that I was going to qualify for it, that my contract bid was going to be accepted. And the day that that lawyer called me to tell me that they had accepted the contract, the same day the other attorney called me and told me that my money came in from my accident. And I took the check from that attorney and handed it to that attorney. It was amazing. And I've been here since. So worked out well for me. And that was a surprise. And then I didn't want to move here because it was not in the greatest school district, but I loved the house and it was beautiful and well kept. and it was the house I always kind of pictured in my mind I would have, as far as the edifice. And by the time my son was ready to go to school, the charter school opened up in the community. We got on the lottery, and not only did he get into the school, I ended up being the president of the Parent Teachers Organization and a founding member of the charter school. And then when he got a little older, I put him in a private school. And then when he got to high school, he got a full scholarship to private school. So I didn't even have to pay for it anymore. So I've been blessed. Yes. But that's because I just kept being faithful and believing that even though I had that fire, I wasn't going to be, I'm going to get a place for me and my children to live. I was out here sleeping in my girlfriend. She had sold her house. She was selling her house, but she had just already bought a house, her and her husband and the kids. So they had already moved to their new house, and their house was still on the market open. And she gave me the keys. And when I got off on my past days, I would come out here and sleep in her house with no lights. But she had the wall to wall carpeting, and it was a beautiful, like a high ranch. And I stayed there at night, slept, got up in the morning, took a shower, and then I was able to go meet real estate agents and ended up finding this house. And the real estate agent I used, after I couldn't find anything with the first real estate agent, was my girlfriend's father, who was just like a father to me. And he brought me to this house along with the houseboat house and a few other places, but this was the last one. And he didn't bring me here because of the school district, but he just thought I would love the house. And my mother was with me, and she loved the house, and we got it. And at closing, he turned around and gave back his percentage, like $5,000, whatever, at the table. I didn't know he was going to do that. None of the people at the table knew he was going to do that. He was like, no. So I walked away with $16,000 from my closing. So you just got to be faithful. You just got to know. You just got to know. All right. And believe. Take your prayers to your ancestors. Even though they see and they know, they want you to talk to them. They want you to tell them because they can't make any moves unless you tell them to. They know what's going on, but they need an invitation. I guess they have better manners than a lot of us do. They've learned better manners on the other side. Okay, get more information. So maybe you need to get more real estate agents. Look, broaden your area that you're looking for. Maybe broaden your area and go on, go on places that people are doing direct sales. That might be something you could work on. You did a harvest pumpkin candles to only stay lit for 3 days. Okay, so try to do it again and see if you could if you got, okay, if you only stay lit for 3 days, put another candle for 2 more days. 5 is the number for Oshun, and Oshun takes pumpkins and she takes honey, and she takes care of these type of deals too. Also, Yemiya, Alokun, they do these things also. Those are Orisha. So if you do this, do a pumpkin, if you do it on a Saturday, or it doesn't matter, do it for 5, try to get a 7-day candle and put it next to the pumpkin. Or if you can't do that, just get a white 7-day candle or a yellow or orange 7-day candle and write your petition, put it underneath that candle, and dedicate it to Oshun. It wouldn't light when you tried to relight it. Yeah. Okay. So get a white candle, a white 7-day candle, or a orange or a yellow 7-day candle, and dedicate it to Oshun. Or you can get a blue candle, a blue candle, and dedicate it to Yemiya and Olokun. Now, Olokun works with women and stability, and that's the Orisha that I had to petition in order to get this house. And I didn't even have anywhere to live. And I certainly wasn't going to be able to bring no Orisha stuff into my mother's house. That was out. But what my godfather did is he said, well, you start go getting the things that the Orisha takes and bring it to me, and I'll hold on to it for you. And then we'll see what happens. And when I started going to the stores and getting the pieces for the Olokun, because it comes in like a tureen, and there are different pieces you got to get for it. It's a whole ceremony. I was new to all of this. You just gave me a list, and I went to the store and I got it, and I brought it to him. And that's when things started to change. That's when I got a new real estate agent. That's when I got somebody um, turned me on to this guy to help me get my credit better so I can get a lower interest rate, because they were trying to tell me 12%. I was like, I ain't kill nobody. I ain't paying 12% interest. What that? Excuse me. So I was able to get somebody to help me bring my credit down. So I'm telling you, from July to December, I moved in my house in the beginning of December. My fire had happened the 4th of July. So from the 4th of July to the 5th of December. The 5th of December, I came in and we did the ceremony, and we cleared out the energies, and we welcomed Olokun and the other Orisha, Alegba, and other Orisha into my home. And they have protected me and kept me here all these years. Not once have I been late with mortgage payment. All these years by myself, no husband, no man, nobody. Every quart of milk that goes in that refrigerator, I bring it in here. All right. So he could do it for you just like that. Do one for Oshun. Yes, you could do it in your bedroom. Get a picture of Oshun. You can get it off the internet if you can. That would be helpful. But if not, just dedicate it, write a letter to her. Also ask your ancestors to intervene in the situation for you, and they'll do that. Got 4 folks in here. Could y'all give me some more thumbs up so other people know that I'm in here? All right. But I think you need to Google Jeremiah, Google Oshun, Google Olokun, Olokun, and look at those Orisha and see if they appeal to you, who touches your heart, and do your prayers. But first and foremost, be grateful for what you have, be grateful for what you've learned so far, and ask your ancestors to intervene in this situation. Okay? And let us know what goes on. I'm going to get one more call for you. It says, get more information and trust. Yeah. Talk to your ancestors. That's the information I think they want you to get. They'll lead you. They'll guide you. Choose a new direction. I'm thinking maybe they want you to move further away than you're thinking. You're welcome. Let's see what this says. Let's get information. The situation you're asking about requires more information in order for you to make a wise decision. Approach those knowledgeable about the topic to solicit their advice. If there are friends or family members in your midst who have insight into the matter, ask for their observations. You may want to do some analytical research in order to get the data that you need. This could include reading books, taking classes or seminars, or gathering information from the internet. So, in both situations, finding out more about the Orisha, Oshun, dealing with your ancestors more, and looking into other real estate agents, or maybe broadening your area that you want to move to. And that's why I think they gave us choose a new direction. But let's see what that says in here. Choose a new direction. Time has come to choose a new direction in your life. The circumstances that you have found yourself living in may seem unfulfilling, or perhaps your heart is full of discontent. You know that there's something more for you out in the world, and you've been procrastinating following the guidance of your angels. Make a conscious choice to be the person that you're meant to be. Create an action plan for yourself that leads you into the direction direction of your divine life purpose. Begin taking steps immediately towards a happier future. So do that. Get some more information, trust your guidance, and broaden the area of your search. And that should help you out. I hope it does. Okay, and I hope that resonated with you. All right. Thank you so much. So I finished ranting. And thank you, Dottie, for letting me get me out of that headspace. I appreciate it. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? You been depressed? Join the club, girl. All right, Dottie. Thank you very much. Let us know what happens, though, for real. And all those, when I was picking the cards up, the bottom said yes. Okay? So you're going to get what you want. It'll be fine. Yes, I know. I thank you, Dottie. I thank you. I'm glad to see you too, Sonia. Thank you. Yes, and I needed a moderator, but I think I got rid of those people. Shane and Pigeon. Okay. And PK27 also. Those people, if you could block them out of here, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Shane Nothing, PK27, and Pigeon is. That's okay. Just take them out for me, like block them, because I don't know if I'm doing it correctly on my end, but I know as a moderator you can. If you will, I'd appreciate it, because I don't need that. See? Peaceful resolution. Okay. Did you have any questions? Thank you, Sonia. Anybody else? I didn't get anything from the Cash App, so I am going to go ahead and So let's see. I know a lot of us, you all, because I'm about done with all these people. Karmic, DM, whatever the fuck. That's just how I'm feeling tonight. I'm just like done with this stupidity and the selfishness and the materialism. Disgusting. Disgusting. Thank you, Sonia. So anyway, let's see if we can get some messages. Thank you. 300 seconds. That sounds real good. Why? I'm not doing no sexual magic. I'm not even. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. So, those of you who are on this twin flame journey, let's see what messages. Those of you who are in separation, like everybody else, right? Haven't heard from this person or very little contact, communication, standing you up, not contacting you, disappearing, ghosting, whatever the hell you want to call it. What is their malfunction? What is it that we need to know? That's the wisdom of the oracle cards here. You're not late, honey. I'm the one that didn't schedule anything. I came on here ranting. You'll catch it when I upload it, because there's been some fuckery going on and I got hip to it. And it's not like I My intuition has been confirmed already quite a bit lately. So I'm going with it because it makes the most sense. And he's an electrician, like I was saying. And I was thinking this, I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, there's not a place in this house that he could not have wired and put a bug in a lamp, everything. He's been every single spot in my house. But that's okay. Okay, that's all right. You don't have to delete the message. I can't see it on my side anyway. It's hidden, but just putting them on timeout for 300 seconds will be fine. And then when I get off, I'll go and I'll just remove them from the channel. Just thank you. So, what is that we need to know? Okay. Alrighty, gonna be here longer than I thought, huh? All right, wisdom of the hidden realms. They want me to start with here. Same author, Colette Baron reads. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, this is for the dark bullshit. Okay, here we go. What's the message in regards to those of us who are in communication, not in communication, in separation, not together, not in union? What's going on? What is it that we need to know about the situation for someone who this may resonate with? The Hungry Ghost, number 14. 1 and 4 is a 5. So this is change. This is action. The Hungry Ghost, obsessions, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. I think that's confirmation of the previous message. Like I said, when I get messages like that from myself, I know it's not just me. So there's other people in the collective that are having that challenge. So materialism, scarcity consciousness, attachments. Someone hungry, someone hating, someone trying to come after what you have. You're divorced, but you're missing the ex. Well, it's going to happen about now. It's the harvest moon time, so that's going to happen. It's, coupling time. Have you been going out on dates? Have you been doing that? They want you to miss them. That's the whole point of what I was talking about. No, don't entertain that energy. It's being sent toward you. Spirit whisperer. See what I'm saying? Divine guidance, higher knowing. Number 3. Yeah. You can't bring yourself to go out. That's exactly what they want. Get on a dating app or something like that. But it's just, this too shall pass, they just said. All right? Spirit whisper. This is following your intuition. Okay? So this is me. That was me. My spirits, my divine guidance giving me that message. The Desert Prince. Survival and false promises. You got it? All right, great. That's number 19. Fire sign. Yeah, that's who I'm dealing with, a fire sign. Liar. False promises. Lying to my son, lying to our son. Oh, come live with daddy, or daddy, be a man. Get your own place. You didn't have your own place, bitch. When I met you, you were living in your mother's basement again. After you was married and came back and the whole lot. Shut, man, please. Okay. He's not your usual type. Well, sometimes that's the best for you is not your usual type. I'll check it, but I don't want to put this energy that's coming out of me onto you. So just I'll do that, Sonia. Just let me finish this. You'll see when you watch this back what's happening here. I just don't want to put that energy on that. That's why I don't like doing things like this, because I don't want it to be about my situation, but I also know that for some people, it's a collective energy. So whatever fuckery's going on for one of us is similar fuckery going on with others. Different ways it plays itself out, but similar energy because it's all energy. Energies, some of them need to be extinguished. Energies, nonetheless. Anything else? Let's see what else I need to know. More messages for me, please, or for this situation. Whoever needs to hear this, thank you for the confirmation. The lady in the mirror, number 44. Non-judgment, reflections. Oh, yeah. I have been doing a lot of self-reflection. And like I said, I was not trying to be mean or nothing like that. Just going on, however way you got to do, you got to do. Everybody has their own path, but your path is not to try to hurt me, kill me, set me up so that you can try to profit off of something happening to me because you're going to try to get money out of my son. Everybody that is a father ain't a daddy, right? Number 7, the power of the divine. Exactly. Well watcher. Right. Wisdom, the power of the divine. Exactly. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Not today, not any day. Because this is public. And like I said, I ain't got to mention your name. What? Who else is it going to be? It ain't going to be but one or two of you. My divine masculine or your monkey ass. So, they ain't got nobody else to look for because I ain't got nobody else to mess up, to be on my bullshit, like on me like that with this bullshit. And ain't nothing else come up but you and him. But that's different than this bullshit. For fuck all I know, you could be working together with him. Maybe you paid him or he paid you. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. But all I know is no, not today. Daddy says so true. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh, no. Not at all. Not at all. Bottom of the deck, the wise woman of Wonderland. Yeah. Screw you and your bitch too. I don't know her, but that don't stop nothing. You're not even worth a twin flame message. Not at all, because you ain't nobody. Whatever you were, you reneged on it, you gave up. That's your karma, not mine. Let's see, any messages from the ancestors about this bullshit? Anything from the ancestors? They would love to make me feel like I'm being paranoid, and if I am, I am. But if I am, then it's a message for somebody else out there. But no, this makes sense logically and spiritually. Makes a lot of sense. Fuck you. Jealous, 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 jealous. Because I don't need you for shit. No, I needed you to be a man and help me raise our son and behave yourself. Spirit Fox, trust your instincts in changing times, in challenging times. Fuck you. Exactly. Okay, Dottie says, remember mine paid someone to kill me, so I don't eat or drink for 7 days and then went into went into spiritual warfare. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, I was down there and I fought it. And I'm saying I'm fighting it from my DM and his bullshit, and then this one and his bullshit. Oh fuck you. Snake. Shed off old skin. Right. Leave me alone. Go away. Thank you, Eagle. Oof. Mm. See, and when you try not to go on the dark side, even though you know you can, people just be trying you. But I don't have to do that because my ego take care of it. Always do. Always do. Always do. I thank them for that. I thank the Creator for my protection. Mm. You might want to check out some of those. I'm talking to this asshole right now. You might want to check out those readings I did for the Spirit of a Man by Iyanla Vanzant. And I gave your monkey ass that book 2 years ago. I'm sure you haven't read it, or somebody hadn't read it to you. I'm sure no one read it to you. So you can listen to it when I'm reading it to people who actually are willing to learn and grow. Elder, moving beyond ancestral patterns. Yeah, this is your karma. And this is a pattern. Abuse. And that falls right on top of that fire sign, that desert prince. False promises. Survival techniques. Yep. And your stepfather was abusive to your mother. And that's what you grew up thinking was okay. And you know, it'll kill me. His sister says, well, you know, he's a wife beater. You know, I'm sure. I was like, no. She's like, no. I was like, no, never, nothing like that. She's like, are you crazy? Everybody, he beats women all the time. But I was a correction officer and then a captain, so I guess his monkey ass was more scared of jail than he was needing to hit me. So that never was a problem. Mm. Yeah, he wasn't stupid like that. So he was beating up other people and they were dealing with that. And I never heard anything about it because I'm not plugged in like that out here. Go to work and I come home. Lady in the Mirror is clarified by Winter. Take care of your needs. Exactly. Myself. Mm. And clarifying the Well Watcher. So how did you get away? Is this the person you're trying to get away from now, Dottie? The one that tried to pay someone to kill you? Here we go again. Trust your instincts. Animal guardians. Yep. Trust your instincts. Bottom of the deck, let go of your need to be right. Peacekeeper. Right, I ain't trying to start nothing, but I'm not going to let you end me for bullshit. I don't have to be right about this, but I'm going to act as if I am. You haven't dated in 12 years and ended up meeting the same type of man because we bring these energies towards us. That's what I'm saying. There's lessons that we need to learn. So whatever lessons you learned previously, you're going to put those tools to use in this situation to get yourself out of it. before it's too late. That's why you have to be open to messages from spirit, because that's how you're going to get your guidance. If you're not open, they can't talk to you. Tell them that you need them to help you. Tell them that you need your guidance. You can't do it by yourself. Go directly to God. Have a conversation with God. Say what you got to say. If you don't want to deal with the ancestors, fine. Just make your prayer and just cry out for help. Put on some music that is going to, you know, speak to your situation and how you're feeling inside. Give into your feelings, but not to the point that you allow the depression to set into you. Give in, acknowledge the fear, acknowledge the hurt, the pain, the anger, all of it. And then release it and ask for forgiveness. So forgive yourself for allowing yourself to interact with these people, and forgive them for they don't know what they're doing and who they messing with, and ask for grace and mercy and continued protection and guidance, and then keep it moving. The old one didn't pay all the money, and the guy who was paid to kill me came to me and told me to leave town and told me my ex's plan. Wow. And women do that to men too. There was a case out here where this lady tried to hire somebody to kill her husband, right in like the rich part of town. And I knew the neighbors of these people. And she was talking to a detective. She didn't know. Because the first person that she tried to get to do it told on her. Yep. So, co-create. That is doing my work. Keep allowing spirit to lead me. Listening to my guidance. And allowing spirit to work with me. Co-create with the universe. Sharing this message with those who can relate to it, right? 24. Take a nap. Yeah. The dreams. Yeah, okay. Through dreams. Has fallen on top of spirit whisperer and snake shedding old skin. So these are intuitive dreams, intuitive messages. When I'm quiet, when you're quiet, whoever's resonating with this, rest. Get quiet. Go out in nature. Do your work. Whatever your service is, whatever your path is, stick to it. Number 3, between worlds. Right. And this falls on top of the desert prince with the false promises and survival, and the elder. And yeah, so this is between two worlds, the ancestral and the 3D. So it's a spiritual battle. Number 3. This is a test. Okay. Test of your faith, test of your love. Test of your love for yourself. Okay. Standing up for yourself. Yeah. Your biggest problem is trusting other people, right? Trust yourself and trust spirit. That's what you have to trust. And all those other things will be at. You can't trust nobody, not even your own child. Orphaned. Wow. Number 5, orphaned. That falls on top of Lady in the Mirror and Winter. Take care of your needs, right? Because I'm in this by myself, looking at the life alone, taking care of my own needs, orphaned and abandoned. Can't trust nobody. Only person, the only thing, entity, part of yourself you can trust is you. And even that sometimes is shaky. But you can always trust God. You can always trust God. Trust your higher self. If you do the work, if you believe, and if you go inside and take the time to ask the questions and listen for the answers or pay attention to the synchronicities. Years ago when I was a little girl, I remember before I knew anything about any of this, when bad things happened, I would have deja vu. And then the thing would happen. And if it was, sometimes there were bad things. And it bothered me a lot. And I remember asking God, what could I do? And God said, if you say it out loud, then it won't happen. So call it out. Call it out. That's what I'm doing, calling it out. I will be damned. And my ancestors aren't going to have it. So take your plan somewhere else. Try working for a living. I know you work hard. I do know that you work hard. Make that bitch work. Get a real job. Number 16, all that glitters. Exactly. Let that bitch get a real job. Stop playing gym, phys ed with her fat ass. Right? I ain't never said nothing bad about her, but I'm saying it now because you down with the bullshit. Number 11, buy the book. Right, exactly. This is happening exactly how it's supposed to happen. I'm supposed to call your raggedy ass out and that bitch. So let her go get a real job. Stop trying to play romper room. All right. Stop fucking other people right underneath your nose and you putting up with it. All right. Don't be letting people talk you into doing shit to me who has done nothing to you. And go get yourself some help, man. For real. Get some help. Stop depending on women to take care of you. Just stop. So that's that. All right. Dottie, we took care of your question. Sonia, I think that we addressed that also, right? We good, ladies? I am so pissed off. I don't get like this. I really, 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 really don't. Hmm. Mm. People just be like, they take your kindness for weakness. Because you don't hurt nobody, they think you won't hurt nobody. And they're right, I won't. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself so busy trying to hurt me. Leave me alone. All right? Someone is doing a good enough job fucking with me. You don't need to add to it. Believe me. But there'll be a whole long lines of motherfuckers supposed to get whatever I have before you. Believe that. Dottie said, yes, queen. Oh, fuck. Ah. You can't be a man in your own place. You chose to go somewhere. And now you letting people tell you what to do to me? Fuck you and the horse they rode in on across the fucking southern border. You married her to keep her mother in the country. That bitch been fucking all over the United States. She got kids from men in every fucking state. She gotta wait for you. You stupid. No, because you have a 401k, dumbass. You have a pension, dumbass. So you think that after they help you kill me, you think you're gonna be around for a long time after that? When she's fucking the people she works with? Give me a fucking break, you dumbass. Go have a seat and ask your mother what you should do. Before I ever started reading, I gave that bitch readings. He gonna turn around and do this to me? And I'm not even thinking, I wasn't even nowhere. He's not even part of my life anymore. Go away, man. Oh, I'm done. Done. As if I don't have enough to go on. No worries. Nope. You're welcome, babe. And don't you worry either. And don't, let my ranting discourage you or anyone else in any way. But come on, sometimes, people take you there. Minding my business tonight. Anyway, I've been doing readings for the masculine energies, and that playlist is on the channel. And what it is I'm reading passages from The Spirit of a Man, a book of transformation for Black men and the women who love them. So, might want to check those messages out. They are specifically towards the Black community, but the message is spirit, so you can check it out. Also, don't let that stop you. And don't be offended by things that are particular to the African American experience. You may learn some things. And if you're going to be offended, then don't go. Don't even bother watching. But I think they're great messages. I had read that book years ago when it came out in 96, I believe. But again, right before I got the house and all of that. It was part of the journey. I met my Babalao in the whole 9 yards once I started reading that book. So I'm saying, it's by Iyanla Vanzant. Do yourself a favor. Pick up a copy. It's available on Amazon, and it's published by Harper's Publishers. I may be out of print, but I think it's back in print because a lot of people have been ordering it lately. Well, at least since I came on to YouTube and I've been recommending it. And a lot of my clients have said that they've bought a couple of copies. And they're good for gifts for Father's Day and Christmas. And I get nothing out of it by telling you about it. But I think it's a wonderful book. And so I've been doing readings every day. So, put on the notification bell and you'll catch it when I upload it. And there was a message I did today, especially for the sisters. And they're short, I read like 7 pages a day and it goes pretty quickly. So it's like 15 minutes. But a lot of the men who have been watching it have been giving me positive responses. So I appreciate that. So check those out too. All right. So thank you guys for coming by and help allowing me to bring this message and rant. And just keep me in your prayers, me and my family. And pray for my divine masculine and my karmic asshole too. Let them get some light. All right. Ask God to give them some light, right? So that they can get clarity and do the right thing. Right. So my divine masculine and the karmic are two separate people. So don't want my divine masculine watching this. His ass ain't off the hook for his bullshit either, but this is anyhow. I'll talk to you guys soon, all right? Please, thanks for coming by and share these messages in case somebody else is going through the same thing. All right? So be well and blessed. And I'll talk to you all soon. Namaste. Peace.